Hey there everybody, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Puborama, and in today's video, I'll be making the best beginner guide for any new players that are planning on starting Grand Theft Auto Online in the beginning of 2024. There are a lot of different ways of making money. Some are really good, and obviously some aren't. So, hopefully, by the time you are finished with today's video, you will be on the path to making millions. Let's get straight into the video. The end goal for today's video is to save up $2 million, so you can get your hands on either the agency or the Kosatka to do the Cayo Perico heist. I've made a video comparing both of these businesses and which one is better. Personally, I do believe the agency is better for a beginner because it has more opportunities to make money, but don't get me wrong, the Cayo Perico heist is also absolutely fantastic. So it really depends on what you as a player want to grind. I'll link another video in the description for which one of those two is the proper choice depending on your playstyle. But today we are focusing on getting that $2 million as fast as possible. Starting off, by far, the easiest ways to making money in Grand Theft Auto Online is treasure hunts. In front of me, we have a video posted by GTA Series Videos, and this is a 20-minute long video showcasing all the locations for the first treasure hunt we're going to be talking about, which is the double action revolver. Completing this treasure hunt and doing the bonus objective, which is just getting a bunch of headshots, you are going to net $250,000. As we can see in front of me, it says there's a total of 20 different areas that can be sent to players. So if we take a look, we can see there's an email here from vanderlind@ifind.com. So if you pull up your phone as a new player, you're going to get an email within probably the first 5 minutes of the session. So you can see the player goes to their email, boom, it says treasure hunt. It's as simple as that. After you get the email, you're going to get a location. For example, this one shows the pier. Once you get that location, you're going to scroll through this video and find which specific location you have. It shows all 20 different locations. So you just need to make sure you know which one you have, wherever the picture is. This video shows you exactly where to go. I'll link it in the description down below. After you have found the first location, all of the other spots you need to go are going to be fixed locations. They'll always be the same. So we can see we got one little yellow dot right next to the stream here. If you make your way over to this yellow dot, you're going to see there's a hole in this mountain right here, and you're just going to fly right over to the edge of the mountain. There's a cave. You go inside of the cave, you're going to see a dude with like a missing chunk of his head, and then you're just going to take a picture. I don't even know if you need to take a picture, but you just need to investigate the clue. Boom. 1 out of 3 clues discovered. All right, then you're going to see the next dot is right over here next to Sandy Shores, right at the edge of the water. You're going to see there's like this old dilapidated building. You're going to walk into the building. Boom. You're going to investigate the shovel. Congratulations, you finished another hunt. Now we arrive to the final location all the way over in Grapeseed. You're going to see there's this dead looking tree right next to the highway here. And next to the tree is going to be an empty box where the revolver was originally existing. After getting all 3 of the clues, you're going to get a final location on your map of a treasure chest. This is obviously very self-explanatory. You're just going to fly to that final location, you're going to grab the treasure chest, and there you go. You now have the double action revolver. It's a pretty simple line of stories. It should take you legit like 30 to 40 minutes to complete, and as I said, doing the special bonus, which is headshots, you are going to net $250,000, which is actually pretty insane. The next treasure hunt is to get this, the stone hatchet. Once again, this will pay you $250,000 once you complete the bonus objective, which is really easy. You literally just have to kill a bunch of people with the hatchet. This is even more easy, judging that the hatchet gives you a rampage mode, basically making you invincible while you're killing people with it. I think you have to kill like 20 or 25 people and you get the bonus cash. If we make our way over to this video here, bounties will spawn in one of 20 areas in the map. Each area has 20 possible spawn points for the target. That's pretty painful. So we can take a look here and we can see like Chumash North's location has spots all over. So in my opinion, it's really not going to be that useful to look at a video for the locations. I would just go to the yellow blip where the bounty target is, and then just look for them, because there's so many different spots. You're gonna be like, oh, is it this one or this one? Just fly around, get out a cheap helicopter, steal one. I mean, you just go around this area here, and you should be able to find the location. That's what I did. I didn't use a video because it takes way longer to look at all these spots and check them individually. So that's kind of the way I did it. Now, there are 20 different targets you can look for here. So if we zoom in on this picture, these are the 20 different targets that you might have to kill. You shouldn't have to memorize them though, because mod will send you a picture as well. So honestly, it should be pretty dang easy to do the mod one. This is by far one of the easier challenges. If you return instead of killing, if you return the bounties that mod has placed on people instead of killing them, she will give you $10,000 extra for each one you return, which is actually pretty nice. But to be fair, if you kill them, you'll still get $5,000 extra. So if you want to make an additional 25 grand, bring each of mod's targets back to her in Sandy Shores. If you don't care, then I would just recommend to ignore that. Kill them, you'll still make 25 grand from it, and then you'll get the additional 250,000 from getting the stone hatchet. This is the Navy Revolver. I think it looks really cool, and it's also pretty easy to get your hands on in terms of treasure hunts. It's going to net you $270,000 once you complete all the missions, which is really nice. And completing the missions are very simple. As we can see, there are 5 clues that you have to find in order to trigger the special event to get the gun. So all the first 4 clues are in set locations. We can see the first clue is going to be right at this farm here. You're going to go up to the barn, and right on the side of the barn, there's going to be a little bit of text that says, "Can you find me?" You just walk up to the text, investigate the clue. Clue number 2 is going to be right next to Sandy Shores Airfield. You can see that there's going to be like a tire, and right next to the tire there's somebody's hand. So that's clue number 2. Pretty basic. Making your way over to Grapeseed, we can see clue number 3 inside of the barn. Some of you will probably remember this barn from the ghost event that we had in Halloween. You'll see a little hatchet on the wall, investigate the clue, and that's done. Making our way to clue number 4, we can see that it's right at the edge of Paleto Bay. You're just going to fly right over to this little log area, and right at the back you're going to see an outhouse looking door, and there's going to be a handprint on it. These are the first 4 clues. Once you make your way to the next clue, these are all random spawn locations. So you'll see that this first random location is right here. Now, it doesn't tell you on the map where these random locations are, so you're just going to have to look. You'll see there's like a big bunch of bodies in the back of the van. So that's the first location. We can see the second one is right at this area here. Right underneath the bridge, you will see the van. Location number 3 is also pretty basic. Once again, you're just going to look for the van, which is going to be right next to the silo. Location number 4 is also pretty basic. It's going to be right next to Fort Zancudo. You're going to see the van. This is actually where mine was. It's going to be a little hidden in the foliage, but still should be pretty easy to find. And then the last location is also right near, well, it's not as close to Fort Zancudo. This is more kind of in the middle of Chumosh's area. This is actually a hard one to find. We can see it's kind of hidden in the trees, but these are all 5 possible locations. So if you get really unfortunate, I guess you'll find this one last. But either way, it should only take you maybe about 20 minutes, even if you get the last one. Once all the clues have been found, wait for the killer to spawn and be ready to kill him. He will keep trying to ambush and kill you. It's pretty easy to find the killer. He spawns between 7 p.m. and 5 p.m. and only in Blaine County. So literally, just as this player is doing here, stand in the center of the airfield at, like, literally the times listed, and then just wait. It'll pop up on your map. All you need to do is kill the guy, and congratulations, you now own the Navy Revolver. To get the challenge, you're going to get $200,000, and you just need to kill 50 people with it. So just literally shoot a bunch of cops. Congrats, you've now got an additional 200 grand. These 3 challenges alone, these treasure hunts, will net you around $870,000, which is pretty insane. There's one more treasure hunt to talk about, and that is for the service carbine. We can see it right here, and this is actually a really, really good weapon. It's just like any other MG, but it has really good rate of fire, super good spread, and even some decent upgrades available. Now, you can purchase this in ammunition, or you can complete the treasure hunt. Not only will you get this rifle for free, but you will also get $75,000 in the process. So let's talk about how to get it. To get your hands on the service carbine, you're going to have to go to different locations throughout the map. Now, this isn't like the treasure hunts where they are set locations where you will always get the clue. This is completely random. You're just gonna have to go around the map, and as we can see, there's these little skulls here. For completing this event first time, you'll receive $5,000 and 2,000 RP. When completing all 5, you will get an additional $50,000, so $75,000 in total. All of these little skulls are random spots that the service carbon components can spawn. And as we can see, it looks just like a random crime scene. You'll get cops if you go near it, you'll see a police helicopter in the sky, and you'll see a dead cop on the ground. All you need to do is take one of the components and then leave. And then you need to roll around and wait for another one of these to spawn in. It's a bit tedious. It's definitely the most random of all the events, but it's still pretty easy, and you shouldn't need to sweat it because they'll just pop up as you're playing GTA. Completing these 4 treasure hunts alone will net you just about $1 million, which is actually an insane amount of dough when you think about it. So I would definitely recommend to do these 4 treasure hunts. They're quick. It should only take you about, we'll say maybe 3 to 4 hours to do all of them. And once they're done, you don't have to worry about it again. You get some really solid weapons. And now we move on to the second stage because we still need to earn an additional $1 million before you can get your hands on either the Kosatka or the agency. Our next way is going to net us $150,000 and should only take you about 10 minutes to complete, which is 2 separate time trials. The first, we have a basic time trial. If we take a look on our map, we have the time trial logo. It'll tell you how long you have to complete it. This one is 1 minute and 50 seconds. And you'll notice when you start the time trial, it doesn't tell you where to go. Well, it does, but it doesn't give you a waypoint destination, which is a bit annoying. So what I always do is I set my waypoint, then I just restart the time trial, and now I have my waypoint set. So we're going to line up. I'm in a fully stock Body 801. You can see it's not even my personal vehicle. And the Body 801 is by far the easiest of all motorcycles to do the time trial in, especially if you're a new player, because you're not going to have access to expensive cars, most likely. So the Body 801 is probably the best bet you're going to have. You can steal one off the street for free, or you can buy one from like I think maybe $8,000 off of Southern San Andreas, so it's a pretty easy bike to get your hands on. Nobody should be complaining about what I'm using here to complete the time trial. So we got 2.6 miles, and I'm going to showcase me completing it live so that you can see just how easy it is to do time trials. Almost a mishap there, but we're all good. I'm just gonna chill on the sidewalk here. The best thing about motorcycles is they are super nimble, which means you can just easily cut corners and save a lot of time doing that. So we're gonna roll around this corner here. Nice. All right, keep on going. I will say you should try to wheelie as much as possible in a motorcycle because it is going to give you a speed boost. Alright, well, we are 1 minute down. We just gotta squeeze our... Oh, don't want to crash. Just gotta squeeze our way through here. We've 1 mile left to go, and we've 50 seconds left on the clock, which is more than enough time, because our motorcycle is probably going to average at least 100 miles per hour. So, yeah, we are easily going to cut through this. Here we go. Almost crashed there, though. I'm just trying to wheelie as much as possible, because that's how you're going to get as much speed down. Alright, here we go. We gotta make a sharp corner here, so let's just slow down a teeny bit. Nice, alright. We're at 1 minute 30 seconds on the clock. We got 0.2 miles left to go. I mean, I feel like there's not much else I really need to say. You can see how easy it is to complete this time trial. And again, this is a fully stock Body 801. We're at 1 minute 40 seconds and completed. There you go, $101,000 netted into our bank account. That is really simple. Now we're going to move on to the next time trial to make an additional $50,000. Just a couple months ago, Rockstar added electric bicycles into Grand Theft Auto Online, and with that we have the Junk Energy time trials. These are very quick, only a minute and 20-second part time for this one, and to find them on the map you just need to look for this little motorcycle bicycle icon. Very easy to find. You don't even need to own an electric bicycle to start them, which makes them super easy for any player. So we're going to complete this real quick again to showcase how fast and easy they are to do. As I said, it's only a minute and 20-second time trial as it is. You don't even need to set a waypoint this one. It shows you all the checkpoints, so you just need to pay attention to where the checkpoints are. Here we go. Slow down a teeny-bit so we don't crash into that car. Then we're going to squeeze our way over here. I mean, these are super easy. Sorry if you hear my remote clicking, by the way. I got a new monitor set up, and, well, it's just really big, so my remote has to be above my desk now for how I had to set my desk up and everything like that. Either way, this is still pretty easy. Let's scroll over here. Thank you. Alright, we're 40 seconds down. We got our speed boost back. Let's keep on going. Looks like we might have to go through this gate right here. Yes, we do. Alright, let's jump up. Okay, we're all good. Do another little speed boost. I've actually never even been to this area here, which is kind of cool. Alright, well, let's speed on through. We're at 58 seconds on the clock, and I'm guessing we're just about done with this time trial. There's probably like 2 or 3 more checkpoints we have to do. Alright, roll around here, keep on going, done. I mean, that was really, really easy. 1 minute, 9 seconds, and we netted how much money? Well, it didn't actually tell me, but it's gonna be $50,000 every time you complete one of these time trials. At this point, you should be sitting at around $1 to $1.2 million of income from completing the treasure hunts paired with the time trials. So we still need to earn an additional $800,000, $900,000 before you can get your hands on the agency. And don't worry, I've got your back, because finally we arrive at the first and last dose missions. Not only are you going to get a $2 million supercar, which can be upgraded for super strong armor inside of your agency once you pick it up, but you're also going to get a passive business for absolutely free doing these missions. To start them up, you're going to make your way over to the R icon, which stands for Ron. We can see it here on one of my live streams I did when the DLC came out. So you're going to head over to that golden R on your map, and you're going to start up the first dose missions. To complete all of these, it should take you around maybe 2 to 3 hours. Yes, it's not as fast as the treasure hunts, but you're going to net around $400,000 from completing the first set of missions. There are 5 in total. Once you've completed those missions, you're going to get your hands on the Brigade 6x6, which is literally just free income that you can add in on the side once you get it upgraded. But for now, we're not going to worry about upgrading it. We are just going to get our hands on the Brigade, and we're going to net around $400,000 to $500,000 for completing these missions on hard mode, because you also get a slight, like, $250,000 bonus once you complete the first 5. After you've done the first 5, maybe 10 or 15 minutes later, Dax is going to call you and he's going to say, "Oh my god, we got to save Doofy McDooferface." So we're going to go do the second parts of the last dose missions. Once again, this is going to be another 5 missions. It'll take you another 2 to 3 hours to complete. But once you have completed all of these missions, you're going to get an additional $400,000 to $500,000, and you're going to get the Ocelot Virtue, which is an absolutely amazing supercar. So if you combine both of the payouts together, should be close to about $1 million, which in total should give you about the $2 million you'll need to get the cheapest agency property, which is absolutely insane. The agency itself is by far one of the best ways of making money. You have a heist-like VIP mission, which will pay you $2 million on the first completion and $1 million on every subsequent completion. You have other ways of making money that are really easy, like payphone hits, normal contracts, and it's just an amazing business in general. So super, super easy to actually get your first $2 million in GTA. I would say within 10 hours, you will have $2 million, maybe within 5 hours if you're a pretty fast grinder. We can see that this stream lasted 2 hours and 14 minutes, and I was able to do all of the first and last dose missions, so it was pretty dang easy for me, but obviously I'm a fairly experienced player. I'm able to complete these really fast. So if you are a new player, it's going to take you a bit longer, but as I said, probably about 2 to 3 hours for each set of missions. Hopefully, as always, you enjoyed today's video. If you'd like to see more like this, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below, because it obviously does take a lot of time and effort to figure out the best and most effective ways of making money. There are other ways that are very solid, like you can still do my old method, which is the life and death bikes missions for the clubhouse, but I still feel like this is the best method as of right now. You get a free supercar, you get a Brigade 6x6 for passive income, plus you're going to get your hands on an agency. This is all an amazing way to get started as a new player. Hopefully you all enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.